If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I just started making video posts to my channel a couple of weeks ago, so this is relatively new to me, and I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds. This channel is going to be a bit eclectic in category, mostly of a metaphysical nature. I plan on uploading more informational videos on crystals and gemstones, as well as more informational videos on mythologies of spiritual beings recognized in various cultures around the world in my daily deity videos. I've been uploading both thus far, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Today I will be doing the tarot forecast for the astrological signs for the month ahead of September. We are under a very active sky this month. The first day of September, right off the bat, we have an annular new moon solar eclipse smack dab in the middle of the constellation of Leo at 15 degrees 15 minutes. And that's using the Sidereal and Vedic Astrology systems. If you follow the Western Tropical Astrology system, the solar eclipse will be happening at 9 degrees 21 minutes Virgo. And then later on this month, on September 16th, we have the harvest moon, which is the full moon lunar eclipse at the very beginning of the constellation of Pisces at 0 degrees 14 minutes. Again, that's using the sidereal and Vedic astrology systems. Using the tropical Western system, it will occur at 24 degrees 19 minutes in Pisces. So either way, both systems really recognize this lunar eclipse as being in Pisces. So it will be a very powerful eclipse indeed. Eclipses can be summed up as bringing radical and sudden changes in our lives that can be judged as good or bad by each person. I don't want to place good or bad values on change because to me, like the seasons, everything must come to an end so that the new can come in. I see eclipses as really shaking things up where there was stagnation and giving us a new start where there were dead ends. Life is a never-ending cycle comprised of big and small changes. Some people like it, some people don't. That's really up for each person to decide whether to welcome what is to come or not. Eclipses generally bring things to the surface that were once hidden, which is why the change can be felt as though the events are occurring suddenly. Oftentimes, though, these energies were already simmering below the surface to be released during this time. This is intended to be a video focused on tarot, so I won't be going into more detail about the astrology because this is not an astrology reading video. I will, however, be interpreting the energy of how the solar and lunar eclipses are affecting each sign from the tarot cards that I see in each reading, so I wanted to share a brief preface of that information with you beforehand. I'm really interested to see what the eclipses will be bringing us in the month of September. So I have picked a couple of cards here to represent the solar and lunar energies of the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, the sun being the sun in the sky and representing the solar eclipse. It represents a lot of other things, but for this purpose, I'm just having it sort of show the solar energy of the sun being eclipsed. And then we have the moon, which is represented by the moon in the sky. It's the other luminary that is representing the lunar eclipse. So really, also a quick interjection. If the video you are watching does not somehow resonate with you on a personal level, keep in mind these readings are very general. There are only 12 signs and 7.5 billion people in the world. You might consider also watching your moon, sun, rising sign, or whatever energy you feel best represents you. Or if you are so inclined, consider consulting a professional for a personalized reading. So with that being said, I am very excited to see how these energies play out for the 12 signs for this eclipse month of September. Let's get started with your reading. Libra, this is your tarot forecast reading for the month of September. So, Libra, I'm going to focus on the sign of Libra. I'm going to focus on the constellation of Libra, the scales, and I'm going to focus on your planetary ruler, Venus, and just going to shuffle the cards for the 4 weeks of September. So the first week will be the week of the solar eclipse. The second week is the second week. The third week is the lunar eclipse, and the fourth week is the 4th week. And then I will pull a focus card for you. Okay, Libra. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the first week is the High Priestess, second week is the Six of Swords, third week is Judgment reversed, and the 4th week is the Hanged Man. Okay, the focus card is the Ten of Wands reversed, and the shadow card is the Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, getting some clear messages coming in here. First thing I got was that this is going to be somewhat of a quiet week or a quiet month, even though we have eclipses. You have the High Priestess coming in, which is a time of really shifting things down, to kind of be a little bit more contemplative. Okay, so less external and more internal. Okay, a little bit more just focused on your feelings and your emotions during the solar eclipse. Well, the sun is eclipsed, so the light goes out in the sky. This is a nighttime card, and it's just saying really this is about your shadows, confronting your shadows self. Okay, so the High Priestess is also a woman who's very capable, okay, of making it on her own. Okay, if you're a man who's watching, then it's just someone you're very withdrawn almost. I see time for contemplation. It could be meditation, even things that are very soothing to the soul. I'm getting like yoga and also things like that that are really connecting you to your inner soul, your inner essence. Okay, this isn't really a loud period of time. If things are happening a little bit crazy, okay, in your worlds, this is a sun down here. It's actually normally a moon, but I'm seeing it as a sun. I'm seeing like the water coming over it is sort of like the moon sort of move, or the shadow kind of moving over the sun. Okay, so it's sort of that eclipse energy where it's like you might be feeling a little bit drained too from the activities of the summer as well. I would kind of lay low and just sort of nurture yourself. I think that's probably the best thing to do. The High Priestess is about occultism and mysticism and things like that too. So again, like I said, meditation. If you want to take some time to read, that would be a great thing to do, or just look up things online that you've been wanting to sort of look up for a while and just sort of pull back. I see that being very necessary for your mental health and for your physical health, just sort of taking care of you. So the second week, I see you kind of moving forward, moving on. I feel like this period right here, if you actually do decide to go with this energy and not fight it, to be a little bit more internal than external, I see you really moving forward and making some great progress. You're moving beyond what the stuff from the past that was really painful, okay? And I see you making some solid movement forward. This is also a travel across seas card, so it's a travel card across bodies of water. So if you're not going overseas, I see you being by the water. I see lots of water flow here, being very rejuvenative to your soul. Rejuvenative, I guess that's a word. So, but I do see you you're moving forward and making steady progress and leaving behind the old and having sort of a calmer, I see the calm waters in front of you. So this is a very calm period, and there might be things going on in your life, but it's like you're choosing to detach from it, and I see that being a very wise choice. Okay. The third week, the lunar eclipse, you have Judgment reversed. Okay, so actually what I'm getting with this card is letting sleeping dogs lie. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so letting the things from the past be of the past. You don't need to revisit things, people, places that caused you pain. Okay, don't drag things out of these coffins. Let's see if you see it up right. These people are coming out of their coffins and things are sort of being exposed into the light, right? You don't need to dig up old skeletons I feel like what's in the past is in the past, let bygones be bygones. Sorry for all the cliches, but I do just feel like you're kind of letting matters rest, okay? You're not digging up old stuff you don't really need to, okay? Not revisiting the past. Also, I'm hearing something about actually not listening to the judgment of others. Okay, so when I see this High Priestess card, yeah, there might be stuff going on in your life, but you're choosing to detach from it, and you're not letting the judgment or criticism from other people really get you down. You're really focusing on you, and I see you being good to yourself. This is good. Okay. The Hangman. So again, another card where you're just kind of chilling out. Okay. So because some of the things, the lunar eclipse tends to bring things to the surface, okay? I don't see things being necessary to come to the surface for you. You don't need to drudge up old things, but if they do, I kind of see you not really reacting to them, which is good. I feel like this is like a maturity where you're kind of going, okay, you're being the observer here. And you're seeing things from other people's perspective, but you're not necessarily taking sides, okay? So you're going to be sort of just, I see you kind of hanging out and chilling. I feel like September is going to be a more mellow month for you because the summer was a little bit chaotic, okay? Your focus card, again, is a 10 of Wands reversed. When I get that feeling of not engaging in other people's stuff and sort of withdrawing, you're not letting other people's burdens weigh you down. You're like, you know what, I've had enough is enough, and I'm going to take some time for me, and I'm going to withdraw. I've been there for everybody else, and you know, I'm not taking on the burdens of the world. I'm not taking on other people's criticisms. That's what I'm getting from this. So you're kind of just, you know, you're not, screw it. I'm just going to do my own thing. That's sort of the feeling that I'm getting, okay? The Knight of Wands, this is why you are taking some time out for your mental health, for your physical health, because you have been burning yourself out, okay? This is lots of trips. You could have just gotten back from a trip or be going on a trip. You're just here, there, everywhere. People are coming in and out of your life. It's taxing, it's draining. It's like too much energy, okay? You need to sort of balance things out, right? You are the scale. So if you've had a lot of external movement energy, then you need to sort of pull it back and balance things out on the scale to bring it more internal, okay? So this month I see you really not allowing others to burn you out, and you're really just going to take some time for yourself. I see that being a good thing. Okay, let's see what the angels want to say to you. I'm pulling a card from the Angels Messages deck that Vanessa Lambert has put out, and I really like to sort of draw a oracle card and message to sort of cap off the reading. This is what it is here. Oh, wonderful. Okay, so it says your angels hear you. Are you listening? Okay, well actually it says your angels hear you and are listening. Are you? But are you listening to yourself? That's the main message here with going internal. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole reason for withdrawing, so that you can hear your own voice and not having everybody else sort of make things crazy for you. Okay, so this is really about listening to your inner self. What is it that you really feel? What is it that you really want? Let your inner guidance guide you for the remaining of the year from September on. You are your own commander, okay? You don't need to rely on other people, and definitely not let other people come in and drain your energy. See, this is about being about time management, pulling things back, and really reassessing how you are managing your time. So that is what I'm getting for the month of September for you, Libra. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment box below, and I will go ahead and address those for you. And I wish you a wonderful month of September. Thank you.